Good morning, my dear students. As all of you know that tomorrow you are going to have your second online test on the topic of cats, rats and bugs in Borneo. That's why student I have decided to provide you a revision class on this topic in order to have a better result from all of you. So now student, without wasting much time, at first let me give you a short summary of the lesson once again. So student, the story is about Borneo, which is one of the largest island in Asia. As it's an island, it is full of swamps and rainforest, which are the houses of swarms of um, flies and mosquitoes. And student, these mosquitoes and flies, they carried a deadly disease which is malaria. So student, in order to get rid of this deadly disease, the World Health Organization, they came up with an idea, which is they sprayed DDT in the island. So student, DDT is a insect killing poison. But as World Health Organization thought of a positive result after spraying DDT, but instead it provided another new problem, which is soon after spraying the DDT, the thatched roofs of the houses started collapsing one after another because the caterpillars, they started eating thatched roofs of the houses, because earlier these caterpillars had been killed or eaten by the wasps, but now because of the spraying of DDT, it killed not only the mosquitoes and flies but also the wasps. Therefore the caterpillars, now they are just became uncontrolled without the absence of wasps, and that's why they ate the thatched roofs of the houses. And student, this is not the end of the problems of Borneo, but instead this is just a beginning. And because student, DDT was not only sprayed in the island but also inside the houses in order to kill the house flies. And these house flies, they had been eaten by the geckos. Geckos means little lizards. And student, these geckos, they can climb on walls as they have tiny suction pads on their feet. And people of Borneo, they liked these geckos running around their houses because they thought that the geckos bring good luck to them. But sadly, the geckos died too because they ate the dead house flies. Now, the house cats of the island, they ate the geckos, and they also licked their paws after running on the roofs of the houses. That's why the poor cats, they also died. Soon after, rats sneaked into the houses of Borneo. As there were no cats to stop them, these rats, they created a lot of problem for the local residents of Borneo. They ate people's food, and they also carried a deadly disease which is much more worse than the malaria, which is plague. So now the World Health Organization, they became much more worried than earlier. That's why in order to stop the spread of the disease plague and in order to catch the rats, the World Health Organization, they parachuted new cats to Borneo so that they can control the in number of increasing rats as well as the spread of the disease plague. So student, after this reading this small story, we can see that how each thing that happened made something else happens, and all the living things are interconnected with each other. So student, this was the story that has been depicted in this lesson. Now student, about question answers. Question answers I have already given you. That's why I am not giving it once again. You just prepare it by yourself. Now let me give you the short summary on the textual grammar that has been included here. And student, the main grammar that has been provided here is the articles. An article is a word which is used to modify a noun, which is basically a person, place, object or idea. And student, we can divide articles into two categories, definite and indefinite. The definite article is the and the indefinite articles are a and an. Now let me show you the uses of the indefinite article, which is a. So student, we use a before common nouns which are singular in number and begin with consonant sound. Then we put a before the nouns which starts with u but sounds as woo. Means u should be pronounced as a, but whenever it pronounces oo, then we have to put a before it, like utensil. Then we put a before the nouns which starts with letter o but sounds as wa. Say for example, wa, 1 rupee note. Then it means that a is always used before nouns that begin with a vowel but has a consonant sound. Now the uses of n. So student, we put n before the singular common nouns which starts with vowel sounds. The number 2, we use n before the words which starts with h that sounds like o. Means whenever the word starts with h but the pronunciation of h is silent, in such a case you have to put n before it. Therefore student, n is also used before nouns that begin with the consonant but have a vowel sound. Now the uses of the definite article the. So the foremost use of the is, it is used when we refer to a particular thing or person. The number 2, a or n is used when we refer to a particular person or thing for the first time. But the is used when we speak of that person or thing afterwards. Then student, we use the before the names of seas, oceans, rivers, mountain ranges. Then famous buildings, monuments, newspapers, holy books, scriptures, trains, ships, etc. And whenever there is only one noun of the kind being referred to, we use the. Then also with superlative degrees, and in order to show the position of the noun, we use the article the. So student, I hope that you have well revised the articles. Then let me show you another important grammar, which is the parts of words. So student, we have read already that there are 3 parts of words. They are prefix, root and suffix. So student, in order to identify these parts of the words, here I have included 3 examples. Number 1 is steam plus y. The first, please look at this part only. Okay. So here you can see steam is a word, cover is a word, and harm is a word. But why this and full? They are no words. They are just added to a main word. So this main word steam, cover, and harm, they are the root words. And with it you can see we have added a few extra words. They are why, this, and full. They are our prefix and suffix. But what are the prefix and what are the suffix? So student, here you can see we have added y after the root word, and now it has become steamy. So that's why it's a prefix. Then in number 2, before the root word we have added this. It's a prefix, but in number 1 it's a suffix, means we have added it after the root word. And again in number 3 we have added the word full after the root word harm. That's why it's a suffix. Means student, if another word is added at the beginning of a main word, then it is our prefix. But if another extra word or letter is added after the root word, then it will be our suffix. So it means prefix means the previous one and suffix means the later one. So let me give you the definition now. Prefixes are the groups of letters added to the beginning of an existing word. Say for example this. And suffixes are the certain group of letters added to the end of an already existing word, that is y or full. Means prefixes are added before a root word, before a main word, and suffixes are added after a main word. So here you can see this in number 2. This is our prefix, and it is also shown in the definition. And suffix, here suffix y and full, they are our suffix because they are added after the main word in number 1 and 2. That's why they are our suffix. So student, these are the main important things that has been highlighted in this chapter, and with it I hope that you have well revised once again that what are the main ideas relating to this topic, and I hope that you all will do better in this online test. So student, with it here is the end of our today's class, and I wish you all the best for tomorrow's exam. Thank you so much.